Hey everyone, sorry it's been so long since I made a video. I've been really busy with my family and my baby. A lot of family stuff lately, but I'm trying to get back into videos, being more consistent. So today we have the Coldsteel Recon Tanto blade. I got this as a gift from a good friend of mine, and this thing is pretty sweet, so let's get into it. It's going to have SK5 high carbon steel, pretty durable and very good edge retention. The blade itself is 7 inches long, very long, and I'm pretty sure it's hair shaving sharp right out of the gate. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Yeah, the thing is very sharp. It bites in really good. Alright, let's do a paper test too. Why not? Super sharp right out of the gate. It's actually crazy. Super sharp. I'm loving that so far. It also has a nice black coating on there just for extra corrosion resistance, because high carbon steel doesn't have the best corrosion resistance like a stainless steel would. The blade itself is also full tang. It does have a little hole for a lanyard or whatever else you want to add there. This is a combat knife mostly, guys, for self-defense or battle, whatever. If I was still active duty, I'd probably want this if I was deploying, because this thing is pretty sick. And it has the Tanto style point at the top. If you're unfamiliar with what Tanto does or why there's this kind of style or point, it's basically kind of based off of like a samurai sword or Japanese style blades. This kind of little triangle at the end has insane penetration power. It's extremely strong compared to, let's say, this blade right here, the Garberg. Now, a knife is a knife. A good knife is going to penetrate, but this style, because of the triangle especially, it is so much better at penetrating and also prying things as well. It's a very strong tip. The blade is also pretty thick compared to kind of a standard size bushcraft blade. This is usually my go-to for blade length when I'm working out in the woods and stuff, doing bushcraft or survival stuff. This thing is much beefier. Again, this one's more combat related, this one's more survival related. They both probably can do each other's tasks, but you know, if I'm in the woods, this is what I'd use. If I need a blade to fight with or defend myself, it's going to be this one for sure. It is just hefty. I do want to check it out outside though and see how well it does doing some of the more bushcrafty tasks, you know. So I'm going to show you guys in a little bit here outside, working with some wood to see how well this thing can do. Maybe if it can even strike a Ferro-rod. It does have a nice 90-degree spine, so you can process stuff down with that and potentially strike a Ferro-rod. So we will experiment with that as well. Let's look at the sheath really quick. The sheath is pretty nice. I don't have too many complaints about it. It's got pretty great retention just in itself. They call it their Secure X. But it's a nice strong plastic sheath. And if you guys want even extra retention, you can obviously secure it with the button right there. And it's extremely secure now. It's not going to fall out or anything, but even without that, it's got some really good retention, you know. You got to kind of have some strength to pull it out there a little bit. The handle itself is a very strong and durable rubber. It's textured so you don't lose any grip. Like no slippage at all. It feels really good in the hand. So let's go beat this thing outside a bit. Take a look at how well it does outside for a kind of wilderness survival setting. Again, this is a combat knife, but if it can also do some of the survival tasks as well, then that just makes this thing that much better. Now let's see how well this combat knife can baton some wood. Alright, let's see how well this thing does at making some shavings for some small tinder or kindling. Now this is some oak wood. It's a hardwood. It's not the best. It's super coarse. But yeah, this guy can still get some good shavings and curls off there. Not quite as easily as my more Garberg or some other knives I have, but it's still doing the job, you know. It's not bad. If I had a softer wood, it'd probably be much easier. Like I said, this is not the best wood, but still, I mean, you can do it. Get enough of these scrapings up, you can get a fire pretty easily. So that's impressive. Let's see how well it does at striking a Ferro-rod. Oh yeah, that's crazy. You can get so much leverage on this thing too because it's so big. Yeah, that's nice. Wow, that's really impressive. Was not expecting it to do that well of a job at making sparks, but yeah, that spine's pretty good. Got a little bit of yellow birch bark right here. Might as well see if I can ignite it. Might as well. Pin it into my foot. How's it going? Let's see. There we go. Yeah, that thing is pretty great at hitting that Ferro-rod for sure. For a combat knife that can process wood like this one can, and still be a really awesome dedicated, fighting tool, this thing is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Again, I would not take this over something like the more Garberg for wilderness survival in general, but this thing can still do some of the tasks that this guy can, and this thing will just excel that much more at combat. I mean, I could use this one at combat, but this one's gonna be a lot better for defense, etc. So, all right, guys. So again, this is the Coldsteel Recon Tanto SK5 steel. This thing is pretty dope. I like it a lot. Great self-defense knife. It can do some wilderness survival tasks, as you just saw. And this thing is great on a budget. This thing is like 40 bucks on Amazon. It's kind of a steal, honestly. This thing, you can just beat this thing up like crazy. Really thick and strong steel. Razor sharp right out the box. This thing was hair shaving sharp, and this thing would get the job done for sure. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave one in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think about Coldsteel or this knife in general. But yeah, I like this knife a lot. I might look into Coldsteel some more for some other tools that they have. So thanks for watching, guys. Okay, take care. Bye bye.